that particular point in time. And I don't think we've had much of a discussion in our country about the potential use of nuclear weapons and how devastating they are. The most devastating, horrific weapons ever put on Earth, and the numbers of people that these weapons will annihilate rapidly, the long-term effects that nuclear radiation creates, and we actually, in a way, almost have forgotten what happened at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And then we need to have that discussion in terms of whether it's possible to get to a point where these weapons in any form could be used again, particularly with a leader like Kim Jong-un.
I want to ask you whether you believe, like many of the very, very experienced North Korean hands, the U.S. officials who've had very intense discussions with North Korean officials over many years, people like Siegfried Hecker, people like Joel S. Witt, those who are writing about what the next, moments could bring. And the question is really, does Kim Jong-un really believe he's making a strategic historic shift? Does he want to do that? Is it in his interest? So let me just play this little snippet of that question put to Donald Trump.
People need to give his community. Yeah, I do think so. He likes to see it happen. He wants to be careful. He wants to be, he's not going to run and do things, but I told him, to be honest with you, look, we have sanctions on, they're very powerful sanctions.
So, he's hedging his bets. He says, yes, I think Kim wants to, but we still have sanctions on. But of course, the White House is no longer using this maximum pressure language. And the president seems to be indicating that he's stepping back from the robust demands he made for denuclearization at the start of this process. How do you read that, what he just said?
Well, there could be something in this letter that he got that gives him an indication that they are much more serious about actually denuclearizing than just about anybody else expects. I think with Kim Jong-un, I wouldn't trust him. I don't trust him. And I would want to see his action, not his words, with respect to this. And until that point, my expectation is he will keep the nuclear weapons card in his hands and on his side for absolutely as long as possible. So I think it's the most difficult part of the discussion, and it's what actually got him to the table. And for him to give that up it would be very surprising to me. And I think he'd have to give that up for something that he valued, obviously, as much, if not more. I'm not sure what that would be.
Well, he is going to get a really big prize, and that is a major meeting with the leading leader in the world. The only superpower's president will be meeting with this country, who now will be de facto taken seriously as a nuclear power. So that's one thing. I wonder how you would respond to that at the beginning of a process rather than the end of a process. And then your military knowledge. What do you think happened when they blew up the tunnels at Pyongyang, their nuclear site? Do you believe there's evidence that they've destroyed that site, or they've just collapsed the entrances?
Well, I'm not, I haven't seen the intelligence. I don't see those briefs anymore, so I'm not really sure. There was fairly widespread speculation that particular site wasn't functional anymore, so I don't know if it's actually something he actually gave up, or if it's just symbolic at this particular point in time.
Well, again, you yourself have given credit to President Trump for taking this initiative, and many people are very, very pleased that there is this attempt at diplomacy over one of the most existential threats that we face in the world today. But I just want to ask you, because I think you were chairman of the Joint Chiefs at the time, you remember when the North Koreans exported their technology to Syria, and they built a replica of their Yongbyon plant in Syria, and the U.S. was shown the intelligence. The U.S. decided not to bomb it. The Israelis did, as we now know. That was back in 2007. And now, Assad is being invited back to North Korea. Are you worried a little bit about that connection?
Well, I guess I'm not surprised at the connection. The North Koreans were building a plant for Assad several years ago. So there's obviously a relationship. In a way, it had me, Assad going there has me scratching my head. I don't think it's really substantive. It's more symbolic. You obviously haven't traveled many places, but I don't think at this particular point in time that it's anything more than that. And with all the players that are involved in this, from us to the North Koreans, to the Chinese, to the Russians, to the Japanese, etc., and the South Koreans, I think Assad's just a bit player.
Admiral Mike Munson, thank you so much for your perspective.